Season 2 of The Reset is right here, and this is what you all have been waiting for. We got a lot to discuss. Number one, we need to talk about this offseason that the Seattle Seahawks are having. I'll ask you, you like it or you don't like it? Either way, we'll get to it. But I want to introduce you all first to some good friends.
It's The Reset with G. Scott.
Yep, you see it. It's a new addition right here to The Reset. Cat Stokes, Canaan Smith and Jigba. What's up, y'all?
How you doing?
Hello.
Y'all good? All right, you can introduce yourselves. You can talk who you are. Cat, who are you? Where you from? What's happening?
What's up? You know, I'm Cat Stokes. Nice to meet y'all. I'm born and raised Seattleite, but I live in the South End. I won't tell you where. But did I answer my question?
No, you answered your questions.
Bet,
That was
yeah,
good.
thank you.
Canaan Smith and Jigba. That name sounds familiar, my boy.
Yeah, Canaan Smith and Jigba here. I'm the man of the people, and I'm just here to kick it, be with my people, and talk sports.
Okay, let's be done with the awkwardness. Let's get right to it.
Yeah,
Let's just get right to it. Just a little bit ago, we had an opportunity to watch the press conference that was happening at the Virginia Mason Athletic Center. And who was there? Well, it was a lot of media folks. You had the new offensive coordinator, Clint Kubiak, on the stage, and you also had head coach Mike McDonald on stage. But more importantly, right in the middle was the new quarterback for the Seahawks. It was Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold, how was he dressed? He came in wearing a flannel. Let's talk about how he was dressed and decided to dress, Cat. Come on.
I mean, you already fitting in if you coming in with the flannel, all right? So
yeah.
I think the people going to like you. Nothing too flashy. I don't know. Like, he could be our next Matt Hasselbeck.
Yeah, I'm glad I'll come back to the Matt Hasselbeck in a moment because that's actually a very good point that I'll make. Sam Darnold, are you good with it, Canaan, or are you not?
Have to be good with it.
Why?
Because he's our quarterback for the future.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So got to be good with it. He's proven himself, and welcome to Seattle.
But wait a minute, though. You say he's proven himself. By the way, I fall in love easy.
Okay.
I'm already on the Sam Darnold.
Okay.
But when you say he has proven himself, there are a lot of people that are saying yeah, but.
Yeah, but.
And the but is, but he's only had one good season.
Okay.
Whereas they say, well, Geno Smith and any other quarterback they can say has had multiple. So are you saying that you're going to take the Minnesota Vikings season that he had and be like, that's the one? Come on now. Oh, whoa, Kat, you said no.
I just feel like he was in like a perfect situation. You know, like the Vikings, he had Jefferson, that O-line is not our O-line, you know? So it's a different environment.
Yeah.
I have a lot of faith in him. I have a lot of hope, but I get emotionally attached. So I'm still like coping with the Geno grief. Like
Right,
I'm like, man, like my boy Geno gone. But
Are you upset about Geno being gone?
I'm hurt. I'm not mad. I'm disappointed.
What you disappointed about?
I love my Seahawks. I get attached. Like
Yeah.
I don't just move on quickly. I'm not a business.
But you understood. Like
Yeah.
I think all the way up until it was good until it wasn't, right?
sure.
And we all thought, I think the Seahawks thought that a deal would get done, that Geno Smith would be the quarterback. And by the way, I really want to. I got to come on the record real quick and correct something because there's a lot of people that thinks that I am against Geno. Listen. If you go through any of what I said over the time that Geno's here, I was one of the biggest Geno supporters. Matter of fact, I still think Geno Smith is a great quarterback. He's a phenomenal quarterback. If you were to ask me right in my face, right, who's better, do I think, Sam Darnold or Geno Smith? Geno Smith.
Wow.
I think Geno Smith is a better quarterback right now.
Right now, yeah, he is.
Okay. So there's a lot of people like, but you said – all I said I said personally.
Right.
That's it. I didn't like Kobe Bryant, but he was a great player.
You didn't
he
like
was
Kobe?
No.
That's gonna get people.
After he tricked on Shaq, it was like Shaq did it too.
Okay.
Anyway,
Yeah,
that's another story.
That's another story. Yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but the people here in the building, they took a 5 to 8 minute conversation. They made a 60-second reel, and they took a little bit of what I said. I think Geno is a great player. I think he's a great quarterback, and he's a quarterback that just didn't get the deal done.
Yeah.
And so now the Seahawks go and get Sam Darnold. And I'll tell you why the Matt Hasselbeck point I'll bring to you. Sam Darnold's 27. Sam Darnold, this will be his 7th season in the league. Matt Hasselbeck, when he first became the starter here in Seattle, he was 26 years old. So you're talking about a Sam Darnold, number 14. By the way, it has been reported that he will be wearing 14, DK's number. Shout out to DK. But he will have that opportunity to continue going. So we good on Sam Darnold? Because y'all acting like y'all scared to say stuff. I'll say it.
I like him. And I think he fit in like, Hey Arnold, the show.
Hey Arnold, see.
That's based in Tacoma. He meant to be here. Hey Darnold.
What's Hey Arnold? Is that
you don't know the show?
Unc don't know. Is that a kid's show?
I don't know what Hey Arnold is.
Nickelodeon cartoon. Hey Arnold. It was based in Tacoma with the football head.
We 20-something years apart. I don't know who the hell Hey Arnold is.
I guarantee you, y'all watching right now, drop in the comments if you a Hey Arnold fan. It says we hate Darnold. You a Hey? That's what I'm talking about, Paul. Paul know what I'm talking about. Exactly. Get with it. Hey Darnold.
Seattle
hey Darnold. Okay. Tacoma. It's based in Tacoma, so he fit right in.
Here's my question to you, G. With Geno, did they build enough or have enough with Geno for them to do more than last season and the year prior?
That's going to remain to be seen. Like truth be told, there's 5 months left before the first game. Right. And I'm not trying to hide behind this question because there was something that Coach Mike McDonald said during the press conference today at the Virginia Mason Athletic Center that I agree with.
What did he say?
He said, I believe that the best years are ahead.
Absolutely.
For Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Right? And so there's still things that the Seahawks need to address. They have gone and they've done some of those things, right? They had to kind of keep going. But I know the number one thing that everybody talks about is they need to address the O-line.
Okay.
Right? Look, there's 31 other teams trying to address the O-line. True. It's never that easy to address the O-line. But there are other things that they did. The question would be, what do you guys think were the missing pieces that the Seahawks do need to address to be good? Because there's a lot of folks right now that are not happy with the Seahawks. They feel like the Seahawks are going backwards. They feel like they're rebuilding. Mike McDonald did talk about that. They're not rebuilding. No. By the way, in the NFL, there is no such thing as rebuilding.
There's no. I don't know
I'm curious
about
that, but I think it's a restructure for sure.
Some people rebuild, but I think the Seattle Seahawks is not rebuilding. Maybe rebranding with I think getting these guys on defense, DeMarcus Lawrence. I'm a Cowboy fan, so I know what D-Law is going to bring to the table. And also, I think everyone watched the Super Bowl this year. They saw that if you get those guys in the trenches and you get to that quarterback and you block well enough, you have an opportunity to win the Super Bowl.
Those trenches cost money, right?
Trenches cost money.
You know what I'm saying?
Trenches cost money.
It's like somebody trying to get a kitchen remodel. Like, ooh, I want my kitchen to look like this. I want these cabinets.
Straight
you got to pay for those cabinets.
And we are paying for them. You got Leonard Williams, D. Hall, Boye Mafe.
D-line. I agree. The trenches, the D-line. Yes. The D-line, you see the investments. Shout out to Jay Reed, Jaron Reed.
Yeah.
Shout out Jay Reed.
Back. You got second year now, Byron Murphy the second. He will be back as well.
Great.
Leonard Williams, right? And you got D-Law. Speaking of D-Law, DeMarcus Lawrence.
Yes.
Pass rusher, Dallas Cowboys.
Yes.
You ever meet somebody out and about and they like, you know what I'm saying, they single and you be like, why you single?
You look too good to be single.
You look too good to be single.
Okay.
What's wrong with you? Nah, I know I'm not the only one that's done this. Kat, you ever did this before? Like, why is this person single?
Nah, usually with men, I know why.
Okay.
I was like, I could probably peep. I could probably smell it while you sleep.
Okay.
I think it's different with men. But, women too, But I'm saying if I see a man, I'm like, I know why you say.
But let's talk about D-Law. And by the way, I can see that this is so far as being pro. Everything's great. Everything's kumbaya Seahawks. But that's still cap. But when it comes to D-Law, DeMarcus Lawrence, right? The last 3 seasons, he's had 13 sacks.
Yeah.
And, of course, he was hurt last season.
Yeah.
And then he didn't come back because they weren't going to make the playoffs. And then his best season was 2018.
Yes.
Here's my question for you.
Talk to me, please.
Are the best years of D-Law ahead of him or behind him?
As an athlete, when you get to a new environment and you're a vet you want to show up to work and let it be known that I'm here and I'm gonna give it my all. And he doesn't have to be Superman. You know what I'm saying? There's other guys around him that can be Superman. He just has to go in there.
He's a pass rusher.
And he's going to get to the quarterback. He might not get to the quarterback like Michael Parsons and all these other guys. But if you get to the quarterback 1 or 2 times a game.
I mean, he got an $18 million guaranteed contract. He's got 3 years, $40 million.
So he's going to go get that quarterback.
I don't know if he got paid to come chill.
He didn't get paid to come chill. He got paid to lead these young group of men on the front line.
Yeah.
And help us win, man. Help us get over the hump.
Now,
straight up.
Now, speaking of somebody else they signed, what y'all feel about Ernest Jones IV? You sat next to Ernest Jones IV just recently. They had UFC came to Seattle, and I look in the crowd, and Canaan Smith and Jigba is sitting next to Ernest Jones IV.
It was a blessing, man. I told him straight up, man, you come in mid-season, which is a tough thing to do, and turning around the Seattle Seahawks defense was a blessing. And for us to be able to keep him, 'cause I know he has a newborn, you know, talking to Ernest, he loves Seattle. This is where he wants to be, you know. And I didn't know how young he was. You know, I think he's like 25 years old. So you're looking at a guy who can be a part of this organization for a very long time.
Was he wearing black Air Force Ones? Because, bruh, like, he don't.
He don't. I told him the other day, I said, when you were playing for the Rams and I saw you with the afro running out and they did they called his name out, I said I had to say a prayer for Jack just because I'm like, man, like this dude's going against this dude looks like a monster. So, no, but he also said, like, when I have the afro, that means I'm about to go do something. So, you know, having him on our team is a blessing. Yeah. So, like, having Ernest Jones back, you know, you can definitely tell that, you know, he can make an impact right away.
All right, everything so far we've been talking about is great.
Great,
Kat,
great.
What are some concerns? Go ahead, tap in the chat. Concerns that you have right now about this team. Don't get because the camera's on. The cameras wasn't on. Y'all been saying it. Y'all scared to say what's your concerns?
I'll say this, and I'm not trying to come for nobody. My biggest concern is we talk about a rebuild, we talk about a rebrand, restructure, but I don't know if we can do that as John Snyder as our GM.
Whoa. Whoa.
I love him. No, but I'm saying it's like,
whoa. Slow the roll. Let's slow the roll.
Hey, hold on.
Okay, wait.
Hold on.
You asked it.
Bro, this ain't recorded.
Okay.
This live. Was not ready. But hold on. Let's slow walk this through because
you got me sweating.
I don't think he's not the one. I'm just saying.
Are you sad because Locke is gone? Are you sad because DK
I'm always sad. I'm in my feelings, all right? I'm coping. I'm a coping 12 right now, okay?
From Seattle.
Over-caffeinated, sad a little bit. It's raining right now. I'm vitamin D deficient right now, okay? So I'm sad.
But the big dark is over with.
It is. I know springtime
really?
coming,
I haven't been here in the spring. Okay, I don't know. Let's
But let's slow walk this. Yeah. Go ahead.
It's just patterns, Like I know you say 31 teams trying to figure out the O-line. Mm-hmm. But we've been trying to figure out this O-line for years, and that's why I give props to Geno. Geno was balling, getting stepped on, getting wild snaps, not coming for the O-line. I love y'all. I think y'all, and I also don't.
I mean, the center retired after his wild snaps. Literally retired.
Yeah. And there's also personal stuff. So it's I don't put it on the players, but I do Snyder has said over and over, I'm not dropping money on the O-line. And I'm like, if that is the standard, if that's the principle, and we keep on seeing our quarterbacks getting just smacked up.
There's no way he said that.
Yeah, it is.
He said that?
He's not going to drop money. And I don't know if that, I ain't a GM. I ain't never played, so I can't tell you this is what you got to do. That's not where I'm coming from. I'm just saying, in leadership, you see patterns.
Okay.
Now here's the thing. And listening to what Kat is saying, let's be real. There are people saying what Kat's saying. Absolutely. I mean, it's not like Kat is alone in these comments. And she's a true 12, and she's coming out and she's basically saying, I said, what are the concerns? I just didn't know that was going to be the concern. I wasn't ready for that. Okay, so Canaan, now here's the thing, though. Canaan really has no concerns, as you all can see. Canaan won't have any concerns because right now everything's great, right?
Not everything's not great because we haven't been to the playoffs and missing the playoffs by one game back-to-back years hurts.
I got one for you.
Talk to me,
You're the
please.
brother of Jackson Smith and Jigba.
I am.
This is the third offensive coordinator that your brother has had. Ooh. How do you feel about that?
How do I feel about that? How I feel about that?
Yeah, because I'm not asking how Jackson's feeling. I'm asking how you feeling. Because a lot of times you're very vocal.
As a brother, you know, it's a great question.
I'm not bailing you out. So
no, you don't have to bail me out. I don't think it's hard, very hard to call plays. Personally, I think, you know, offensive coordinators are in a system. They've been around a lot of guys. They know exactly, you know. You
don't think it's hard to call plays?
No, I don't think it's hard to call plays. I think it's hard to execute the plays. I don't think it's hard.
I think I love Ryan Grubb. I saw Ryan Grubb when he was offensive coordinator for the Huskies. I think we all saw Ryan Grubb.
He was great.
Grubb. He was phenomenal.
I thought he was good last year.
I think
personally.
Ryan Grubb's getting to the NFL playing offense reminds me of that rec team going to play AAU basketball for the first time.
Yeah.
When you go in there, you can see
season?
it. You could see it and you know when I used to see it last season for the Seahawks?
Okay.
And I know a lot of people blame it on Geno, but let's be real. When the Seahawks offense got in the red zone, they had absolutely no identity. When the Seahawks, you don't know, I mean, all of a sudden 1 minute in a row, they've got like 25 pass attempts and 2 run attempts. Like, I don't think calling an offense, play calling, is as easy as you try to make it. I think it's actually very tough. Why?
It's tough.
In pros, this is literally all they do.
But you also got to look at it as this. You know, you're a Ohio State fan, right?
You know it.
When I look around and I see Jeremiah Smith, I see Emeka, I see Travion Henderson, I see this, I see that, I see that. It ain't hard to get the ball to your superstars. You know, it's not hard to understand that if we need 1 yard, we gotta find a way. We gotta find a way to get 1 yard.
Right.
You know, it's definitely. So to answer your question.
Yeah, about the third offensive coordinator in 3 years.
It's business. You know, it's you know, this is the business that we signed up for. You know, you never know. Yeah. People be leaving. You know, so. I just think we're going to see.
Well, one of the things, I will say this, because whether you're probably in the chat and you have your opinion about the offensive line. And I will say, if you're someone that is saying, hey, everybody, they need to address the offensive line. I agree with you.
Okay.
But I find something interesting when the offensive line is always talked about.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what's interesting. They always talk about the players. Nobody ever talks about the coaching.
That's what I'm saying.
Nobody ever talks about the developing. So either way, obviously, we got a new offensive line coach is going to be here. There's going to have to be some type of continuity, some type of getting better, developing, and coaching that's going to happen. Sure, the player's one thing, but the coaching and development is another. All right.
And that's a lost art. That's a lost art in our game, in all sports, is, you know, developing at the highest level. You know, getting here is hard. But to be able to maintain and going against the best guys week in and week out, like, it's a very tough thing. I think blocking is hard. I mean, it's hard. If this guy's getting $750,000 league minimum, how you going to block Nick Bosa?
That's what I'm saying.
How you going to block Nick Bosa?
Yeah.
How you going to block Jalen Carter? How you going to block? It takes a special dude to be able to stop Nick Bosa and all these dudes week in and week out.